morning, everybody. I hope you're all having a really nice day. I'm on my way, about 40 miles up the road to pick up a brake controller and a anti-sway hitch for my trailer that I'm getting. And so I thought this would be as good a time as any while I'm on the road up here to tell you about the camper, why I'm not getting it, why I canceled the deal, and what I am getting. So, first off, I will say that this has just been my experience with this dealer. I didn't find it pleasurable. And we'll start out with Wednesday a week ago. I went to look at said camper. I really, really liked it. The next day I went back and I had explained to them that I didn't have the highest credit score at the time because I was forced into a bankruptcy a year ago. I know you all don't need this financial information, and I'm not going to give you much more than that, but they said, oh, that's no problem. We can work absolutely with that. Okay, cool. So, he shows me the camper. I fill out the paperwork for them to run the credit and everything, And he quoted me a price, and he showed me the camper and said it's on sale for $11,999. I'm like, cool, that's a good price, And I'm not going to be looking at the camera much today because I want to keep my eyes here on the road. But I thought this would be okay to tell this story. Anyway, so yeah, they quoted me a price of $11,999. I took all the cash I had and gave them a $3,000 down payment in cash. So they now all of this, the second day, I was there for 5 hours while they messed around doing whatever they were doing. And okay, and at the end of that day is when I made the video about I was getting the camper, because I was very excited. It was a beautiful camper, and I was really, really excited to be getting it. And I didn't like kind of the way that things were going and just the atmosphere in there and everything, but I thought, you know what, I just need to buy the camper and I don't have to deal with them anymore, So I just went ahead with it. Well, then he calls me the next day and he said, well, you're going to have a co-signer. I'm like, okay, no problem. I have one of those. And I do. I said, but this person is in another state halfway across the country. Do they have to be here to sign? They said, oh no, we could do it all electronically. No problem. I said, okay. They said, we'll send the e-docs to this person. I said, okay, great. So she's waiting and waiting. She never got the documents to sign. In the meantime, they pulled her credit, And, well, that went into the next day then. And they finally got it back and said, okay, yeah, she can co-sign for you. And then they said, when do you want to come in and sign the paperwork? So I said, I'll come in on Friday and sign the paperwork. Okay. So, here's the first thing that wasn't cool, I'm like, well, they're like, well, are you bringing your co-signer? Is she coming in with you to sign the paperwork? And I'm like, no, because, I told you she was halfway across the country, and that's why I asked if she had to be there. So they said, oh, okay, well, we're going to have to FedEx some paperwork to this person, and because we have to have a it's 30 degrees down here at night, right? And I'm like, we need to speed this up if we can, because I really need to get something else to sleep in. You know, my van is getting a little bit tight with the dogs. It's really cold outside. And so anyway, they said, oh, it'll take a few days. Actually, this all happened on Thursday, because he said, we're going to FedEx overnight the paperwork. So that was Thursday. So come Saturday, or Friday, I go in to sign the rest of the paperwork I needed to sign. And they not only ignored what I told them I wanted for, that I could not go any higher for a certain amount of payments, right? That I had in my budget a certain amount, and that was all I was willing to go. Well, in trots the finance guy, you know, and he has this stack of paperwork, and he sits down and he says, this is great, your payment's only going to be $309 a month. And I said, whoa, 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 that is way higher than I told you that I was willing to pay. You need to rework that. Well, he got a little bit upset with that. He said, all right, we'll figure it out. So he goes out, and this takes another hour. And then he comes back in, sits down, he gets it down to around $200 a month, and I thought, well, I can live with that. I can handle that. So we start to sign the paperwork. The price on the trailer was $12,999, and I said to him, I said, hey, it was $11,999 2 days ago when I came in here, and you said it was on sale. He's like, oh, no, it is on sale, but it was $15,000 before, and now it's $12,999. I said, that is not what you showed me and told me. So I was a little bit ticked off by then, right? But at that point, I thought my want for the trailer was overriding my better common sense at that point. So I said, okay, we'll go ahead with it. Fine, whatever. Well, I was already in the back of my mind thinking, I don't think I want to do this. And so I went back home. Of course, we had to wait for the paperwork from my friend who was going to co-sign to get back before anything else could happen. So come Saturday, she had still not received the overnight from FedEx. They were swearing they sent it overnight. And then Sunday, nothing. And by Sunday, I had already decided that, you know how sometimes you just get, your common sense comes back and you start thinking about stuff and you're like, no, this ain't right. I can't do this. Nothing about this feels right other than the trailer is nice. And so by Sunday, I had decided that I was going to back out of the deal. And I did that. On Monday morning, I went in, this past Monday, I went in and told them that I was backing out of the deal, that the paperwork had never arrived out there. And then this is when I caught him in another lie. The finance manager, he looked me straight in the eye, sat right directly across from me. Not the finance manager, but the finance guy I was dealing with. Looked me right in the eye and he says, well, but the paperwork was delivered this morning. What he didn't know was that I was chatting with my friend on Messenger the same time he was telling me this. And she said, there's nothing here. I looked out by my gate and the dogs never bark. It's not here. And she went and checked the tracking. It was still showing in Phoenix on its way to her. So he just downright lied to me again, you know. So I said, let me talk to your manager. And he went and got his manager. And then they told me, I said, okay, so I need to have my down payment back. He said, oh, well, we'll refund it, but you're not going to have it until next Thursday. Not this Thursday, but next Thursday. And I said, what? I said, I gave you cash. And now you're telling me I have to get a check from you, but I have to wait almost 10 days to get it. He's like, yeah, because we only write checks on Thursday, and the person that does the check writing is on vacation this week. Well, I was upset. So I'm like, let me talk to your manager. So they sent the big guy in. And I said to him, you mean to tell me that a dealership this size can't have somebody else to write a check? Well, he decided he was going to have another store write the check for me, and that I could pick it up this Thursday. And I said, why can't I have it back in cash? So we went around and around, but by this time I was really upset. And he's telling me, well, I'll have it for you this Thursday. I said, well, that's funny. The last guy told me I couldn't get it till next Thursday. So by now I'm like really upset. And you know, guys, I'm a pretty easygoing person. I don't usually get real upset, but I was furious. And so I told him, fine, you really need to have that. I'll be in Thursday morning. He's like, oh no, you can't get it till Thursday afternoon between 2 and 3. By this time, I was so furious. There was about, those old cartoons where you see the steam blowing out people's ears because they're angry? I was like that. And I said, okay, whatever. I said, I'm going to be calling and reporting you to the Attorney General, and I have a YouTube channel, and I have thousands of subscribers, and I'm gonna talk about this experience. Well, he acted like he could care less about that. So anyway, I went home. I was fuming. I calmed down. I did go yesterday, and I got the check, and I got my money back, thankfully, because I was, at that point, I was really starting to worry if I would get my down payment back. But, so anyway, that's the end of that. That's why I will never, ever, ever, ever step foot in a camping world again. Now, I know some of you probably knew about Camping World. I did not. I looked up some reviews. I saw good and bad. Probably more bad than good, but I always like to make up my own mind. I probably should have just listened to all those reviews that I saw. But I'm thankful that I came to my senses and backed out of it, before I went ahead with it. So anyway, that's what happened to my camper. I am getting another trailer, and it is what I wanted from the start anyway. It is a 7x12 dual axle cargo trailer, and I'll be picking it up tomorrow. After this is Friday that I'm making this video, so I'll be picking it up Saturday afternoon. And it's really what I wanted to begin with. A much better experience. I'm very, very happy about this deal and excited, and it was less than half the price. So that makes me even better. I mean, very economical for as far as the payments go and everything. And I wanted to wait until I could pay cash for something, but I really need something other than this van down here in Florida, because I can put air conditioning in the trailer, and I can stop the mosquitoes from tearing me up all the time. So anyway, that's what's happening. That's what happened to my camper. I'm getting the trailer on Saturday. I will be making a video of that with to show you what it looks like and everything. And then you guys can follow along with me as I make it the inside the way I want it. And I won't probably be able to do a whole lot of work with it on it while I'm here in Florida, because I didn't bring any tools with me. I'll be able to do a few little things, but that will be good enough until I get back to Pennsylvania, where I can build it the way I want it. So anyway, that's my story. And that's what happened. So, off to better things. I'll see y'all later. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys really have a wonderful, wonderful day. See you later.